Hello everyone, welcome to our video on the full moon in Sagittarius on June 14th, 2022. I'm Emmeline Muldoon with Emmeline's Astrology, and I'm here today with Jim Delacolli to talk to you about what we can expect from this full moon this month. Now, every month we have a full moon, and so each month it falls in a different place in our charts, in a different sign. And it also forms different aspects with different planets. So Jim is sharing his screen with us so that we can actually see the chart for this full moon. And you can see the over here, Sun in Gemini, Moon is over there in Sagittarius. They're opposite each other. That's how you know there's a full moon in a chart. So this is the chart here, and we're going to talk to you about our impressions and our thoughts of what this energy, this releasing energy, this letting go of this beautiful full moon, what it's going to mean for you and the world as a whole.
Yeah, I love this format because Emmeline comes from a perspective that and has viewpoints that I sometimes miss, but are a lot of times even more valuable. So I hope you enjoy how we do this, and we like to just bring you the energies that you'll be facing. Try to keep it to where it's logical, makes sense, and then you can apply it. So, all right, let's get this going.
Yep, it's always lots of fun to do these videos.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, so this, as we said, this is a full moon in Sagittarius. So, I mean, just on a personal level, if you check out the Sagittarius part of your own birth chart and look to where it is for you, then you're going to see that area. That's the area where you're going to be finishing up lessons. You're going to be releasing energy. You're going to be letting go in some way. So if you check out your own chart to see that, then you're going to get an idea of how it's affecting you. In terms of this chart, for the collective, for everyone that's experiencing this full moon, we are seeing that there is actually a strong aspect to Neptune. Neptune's up here, so he is literally squaring the sun and the moon. So seeing that this is a Sagittarius full moon, I'm thinking that this is, Sagittarius is the sign of looking into, the higher mind, the deeper meaning. Obviously they're the adventurers as well, but they're seeking the truth. And with Neptune being at a square to this planet, to this full moon, sorry, then what Neptune's saying is, have we been seeing things clearly? What we've been working on, has there been some mist? Have we had the full picture? What are we trying to figure out? What are we trying to see past? Because Neptune can have that effect sometimes where we're trying to literally get through the steam to see what's going on at the other side. And also, Neptune is very spiritual. So there is that link, I think, of us with the Sagittarius energy, and the Neptune is delving deep, really looking into the deeper meaning and trying to see what's going on to uncover the truth. And I think you would agree with that, Jim.
What's that?
I think you would agree with that.
Oh, I know. I agree 100%. And then I'm just going to toss in a few more comments.
Yeah.
The moon's in the galactic, within 4 degrees of the galactic center, because Neptune's late in the sign that it rules Pisces. And then this full moon occurs late in the sun's in late Sagittarius, and the full moon's late Sagittarius and the sun's late Gemini. A lot of information, a lot of universal information it can be had here. Remember, a full moon, the night is illuminated, so you can now see things that maybe were hidden, maybe were unclear or unknown. So provide yourself opportunity with effort, maybe meditation, as Neptune and Pisces like that. Clear, you want to be clear-headed, but please allow your body to function in all facets, whether it's the mind, the emotion, the meditation, the instinctual side. It needs to all operate here, because you will find and release and take action in arenas that you'll see will help you benefit tremendously here. because we are at a universal truth time where planets are. And it's time for us to wake up and realize the power within. And that's really, this moon's going to help us with that.
Yeah, and we've just off the back of this Venus Uranus conjunction that was exact yesterday, Saturday, the 11th of June. We're filming this on the 12th of June. So we're still being shaken up. I feel like that was a really electrifying energy, very buzzing. Our minds are buzzing. There's a lot of excitement around. So I think that aspect also comes into play this week and next with that energy of the Uranus Venus. That's really, as well, when those two come together, it's usually every year they will meet up. It's starting like a 1-year cycle. So again, you can look to your charts and see where they're meeting up and see that's a 1-year cycle beginning for you in that area.
And Venus and Uranus both rule fixed signs. So there's a lot of stubbornness that I'm going to encourage you to hold your ground here, because it's in the sign of Taurus, which is also a fixed sign. But the planets rule fixed signs, but don't be so stubborn that you limit yourself. So be careful as you go, because we need the plan, so to speak, but don't let the stubbornness overrule here, and be willing to step back and look at it from that wider view point and see things maybe that you have missed. Huge opportunity for truth, because that's what Uranus seeks. Venus is kind of the abundance planet. So you want to look for opportunities there to build that base, because that's what we do when Taurus and planets run through Taurus. We want to rebuild that base. It's the first Earth sign. And there's a lot to talk about there. And I don't know if you want to add to that before I go on, Emmeline, but
I think that's move on to the next part. Lovely, because obviously you can see in this chart, if I just highlight here, Venus is there in green, Uranus is in the red. They're still quite close in this full moon chart. So there's still that activation of them two being together. So we are feeling that shake up. And of course, when you look at Venus, we look at love and we look at money. So we're going to start seeing some shake-ups in those areas.
And then as you see, the North Node is really close to the two here. And what I'm looking at, what I've been looking at, is when Venus on the 17th of this month hits the North Node in Taurus, what I'm looking at, and this is from my perspective, I'm not giving any advice here, but I'm really going to watch and see if the truth about how money has been handled, how the financial system has been handled, and watch how the truth emerges as a North Node is where we must, it's ruled by the eclipses, and they're the awakening, right? So they give you more information than you had before they encounter a planet, a sign, a position in a chart. And so what I'm telling you is the truth about how the financial system's have been in play is coming. And between the 17th of June, when Venus comes and hits exactly the North Node, in early August, Uranus is going to come and hit the North Node. You watch how the financial system gets revealed from a perspective of it's got to get reset or restarted. So I'm not going to take it in depth anywhere other than the financial system's changing in a tremendous way. It's a chance for wealth transfer in a tremendous way. So watch how this goes. My guess here, and I'm just going to throw it out there as a guess, stock market will take a huge hit here, and it'll take another huge hit in August. I'm not telling you that from a financial investment or strategy. I'm telling you that's what, when I see this, it's interesting to watch of how this plays out. So it doesn't mean that there's not going to be something's going to replace it. It's up to you to try to figure that out, because we're building a new base from a perspective that's going to be good for the masses, not good for the few when we're talking about the financial situation.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Bail me out on that, because you're the one that back me up so I don't get in trouble here.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say that I think with astrology, planets, the houses, they all have like you know, they have multiple meanings. So when we're doing our job here as astrologers and we're trying to predict what's going to happen, we look at it and we can read it, but there's usually a couple of interpretations. So this is one of the ones that we're seeing here is possible with the Taurus and the Uranus and the Venus and the North Node. This could be changes in money. I mean, there's also Taurus is also the Earth. So I mean, we could see changes with the way, you know, maybe food or land or some other agricultural things as well. But you know, there is always a couple of ways to read the energy. So this is one of them that that Jim has observed. So it's really interesting for us. We're going to sit back now, and you all as well can do the same thing and say, okay, what shakeups are coming with Taurus stuff? Let's have a look. Is it going to be the money, the markets? Are we going to see those changes take place there?
Yes. Yep. So get ready for that. And then remember, the South Node is sitting in the sign of Scorpio, which rules others' power, right? And others' so-called finances, or what they have to utilize to of value, which is of value. So we're looking at both ends of that perspective, which I don't want to miss the South Node perspective in this as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. And also I feel like with the Scorpio South Node, we're really trying to delve deep and look into like lots of research, lots of research is needed. Okay, so the other aspect was in this chart, I think, is Saturn. It's making a sextile to the moon and then trine to the sun. So that's Saturn is big in this full moon chart. Saturn is our time lord, it's our responsibility, it's how we show up, it's how we put in the work and the effort. So again, there is work to be done here. So if you are sort of putting in that Neptune energy that we were talking about, maybe using the time to reflect, to look into things, to meditate, you know, you're going to have to put the work in to do those things, because Saturn's asking you. I mean, it's making a nice aspect to the sun, but that's hard work. That's a little bit of an energy burst. Sometimes people that have that in their chart, they're just naturally quite hardworking people. So it's asking us to shine a light on that energy, that drive that we can put into.
And then I'll add to that is when it's has a friendly aspect, which I'm not real fond of Saturn. I know you are, because you
yeah, I'm a Saturn girl.
Yes, you are. But when it does have a friendly aspect, things can be accessed maybe easier, but don't take them for granted is what I'd say. Do the work and you can go quite a bit more into your advancement when they're well aspected, and Saturn's going to be very well aspected this moon. So I would encourage you to set some time, like Emmeline, you're the best at, and then strategize and do the work. And I think you'll like what comes of that. So use these aspects when they're beneficial with Saturn and catapult yourself. Because remember, Saturn's laid in the sign of Aquarius. So you're seeking the truth anyway, and you're going to find it. And I think you'll find there's going to be some aha moments in this moon. It may be what's revealed to you, or what you come to as you are trying to find what's happening. I think you'll find that you're actually different than even you thought in these aspects. So there's a big chance here in this full moon that you'll say aha a few times, and I hope that happens, because that's we all need those moments, and they're refreshing when they come. So
yeah, that's really good.
Yeah,
I think we covered it all. Is there anything else that you wanted to mention with this new moon, the full moon chart?
No, I think that's good for the Sagittarius full moon. Remember, chance to have a little fun too, because Sagittarius is like, hey, we can let loose a bit, and so enjoy that, right?
Yes. And you know what? Just thinking about Sagittarius energy with this, the releasing, we've all been told we can't travel, we can't go anywhere, we can't leave, we can only do short trips, and Sagittarius likes the long trips. So maybe now we're releasing some of that energy, and we can start thinking about going further afield as well. Maybe that's another general theme. I hope we can enjoy me from this energy.
Yeah, I think so. So I think that wraps it up. If you just want to tell them
Yeah.
when to shoot the new moon in Cancer, and then so they can look for that
Yes,
on the day.
so we will have this uploaded today. This is the 12th of June for the full moon. Now, obviously, we have a new moon later this month. That's on the 28th of June. So we're going to do the new moon video on the 21st, a week beforehand, and upload it on both of our YouTube channels so that you can have that in preparation for the new moon that's coming at the end of the month.
Yes. Yep.
Thank you for watching. It's been lovely to have you here with us. If you have any questions about this or any observations, please feel free to make a comment. We'll get back to you on either of our channels, and we hope to see you next time.
Yes. Thanks again. And we appreciate your time. So Emmeline, thank you, and enjoy this full moon.
Thanks, Jim. Yep. Bye, everyone.
Take care.